It's his time to get the talk on. Hello, stream, as I'm gonna call you guys, so deal with it. It is May 10th, 2021. It is currently cloudy as fuck outside, with a chance of I still hit New York. What is going on? Marcus here, and it's now come to my attention that this stream needs a guest who will annoy me to my inner core. A guest who will anger me with things that she may say. A guest, none other.
Excuse me?
Say hello to the stream, Panda.
Wow. Hi. What's happening?
Well, don't you sound happy?
I'm tired.
You're What were you doing?
Well, I woke up late. I had to rush out.
Oh.
I had to get my shit done before the shops closed, and then come back and make sure I was back in time to play Honey Pot, but I couldn't do that, so now I'm here.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, shops closed at like what, 3?
No, the shops I wanted to go to closed at 3.
What kind of fucking shops are those?
Second-hand shops, charity shops. Some of those, they close earlier. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I have no idea.
Okay, Billy Joel. Alright, so,
Yes.
as you can see, you're here. So, I'm going to be asking you questions, because quite frankly, I have nothing for me, so it's all about you.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, we're not... Hey, look. Like I said, I'm going to be interviewing people, so you are technically the first person I'm interviewing.
Cool.
To be fair. Like,
Okay.
everyone I've just chatted shit with, so this one's just going to be like a straight up, I'm going to be asking questions about you.
Alright, let's do it.
So, for starters, you've been streaming for what, about 3 years? Because I do...
About almost 2 now.
I think, about 2, yeah, like...
Yeah, roughly 2 years.
So, like, streaming for 2 years, what actually made you get into streaming?
An IRL friend of mine actually got me into it. So, I had done some streaming previously, but nothing serious. I just streamed here and there. And then work and stuff got in the way, so I didn't do any of it. And then I met him, and he told me he was a streamer, and he used to stream a lot of marbles. And obviously, you know, my obsession with marbles, I got very obsessed, and he pushed me to stream marbles, and that's how I got where I am.
So...
Because of him.
So, that's how you got into streaming. So, what came up with the name PandaMeiNium? I mean, I know the story, but, people might not know it.
Well, I have an obsession with pandas, and I made May in Overwatch for a good 2 years as well. So, it was a play on the word PandaMeiNium. It just kind of fit, you know. There's nothing really interesting about it. It's just a play on PandaMeiNium because I like May and pandas. That's it.
So when you first began streaming, what were some of the games that you did begin with? Because I would imagine that you wanted to kind of...
I began with some really random games that I found on Steam, like free games I found on Steam. I can't remember the names of them, but I actually did stream Doki Doki at one point. RIP. Yeah, and just other random free games that I found. I didn't really do anything else apart from free games I found on Steam.
So you mentioned that work got in the way, so I would assume that you had to take some time to work. So when did you fully kind of commit into the streaming thing? I mean, I know you began full-time streaming, but I'm talking like more like
pretty much at the end of 2019. That was when I fully got into it, because I hit affiliate December 26th, Boxing Day, and then that's when I got serious about it.
So obviously 2019, end of 2019, which leads into what is still the ongoing pandemic. So it obviously hopefully made it easier for you to commit to streaming.
Yes, it did. Not in the good way because I lost my job, but yeah, it did make it a lot easier to stream. Like I grew a lot quicker than I thought I would because of the pandemic. So I gotta thank the pandemic for my growth in some sort because I'm now, well, I'm known as a big streamer, even though I don't think I am. But yeah, the pandemic has definitely helped with my growth
I mean,
on the Twitch channel.
technically, you have what, almost 1,800 followers.
I just hit 1,700 the other day.
You're gonna get close to 1,800. So,
Mm.
and you gain that much in about a year. So I would
Yeah,
consider that pretty steady growth.
yeah. I'd say it's steady growth for sure.
So the pandemic happens, you begin streaming more. Now,
Yeah,
obviously, would you consider it more stressed, considering now that you have a bigger audience, a
yes.
potential audience who are
Hmm.
at home?
It's definitely more stressful because I'm trying to keep these people happy. I know most of my followers came for marbles, so I still tend to play marbles from time to time, but it's not all I want to play. So when I play other games, I notice my viewership drops and it's kind of stressful on me, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I need to do something, so I switch back to marbles, in terms of guilt, just to bring them back. And I know I shouldn't do that because I've got to make everyone happy, not just a certain group of people happy. So if they don't want to stick around for other games, that's fine. I can't force them, but the loyal ones will stay, and that's okay.
So, like I said, the pandemic happened. What
Yes.
would you say, because we're gonna go off by last year into
Yes.
this year? What would you say, in all, was the most stressful point during your whole time in streaming? I know technically what it is.
Well, I know what it is right off the bat because it was my marbles tournament, and I had like 200 plus people in my chat, and it was very stressful. I was very nervous because I've never had more than 50 people at once in my stream. So to have that was pretty stressful. But another point was when I got raided with 1,100 people and my mods were nowhere to be seen. That was also very stressful. So I've had more than one stressful point, and those happened maybe like 3 months apart. Those 2 points, the tournament and the raid,
So,
they were very stressful.
I mean, being a prominent marble streamer,
Yes,
and you actually are in the team now. You were in team the Ballers, if I'm correct,
I
right?
am. Yeah, I am also in the on-stream team. But yeah, I recently joined the Ballers.
So you actually are surrounded by people who are actually verified on Twitter,
Yeah.
Twitch.
Mhm.
So, do you actually kind of feel like it's more stressful that you could be in that position maybe someday, like where you will get the email saying, "Congratulations, you are now like wanted for the Twitch partnership community."
Yeah, I think I've seen stories about Weeble actually. He's been banned from streams because of the tick next to his name. I think people feel like it's very intimidating and they don't want a partner around, which is what I'm afraid of because I just want to connect with people and make friends. But if I hit partner and that starts happening to me, I'm gonna be like, what am I doing wrong? Am I scaring these people? Like I don't want that to happen. But knowing I've seen that now, I've seen that happen to him and a couple other partner streamers I know. It's probably gonna happen. People are gonna be afraid of the tick, and they're gonna think they're gonna try and steal your viewers, as he liked to put it. So they ban you, and I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, I can completely understand it. It's
Hmm.
intimidating, but it's
Yeah.
there's no intent to kind of wave it around. It's
No,
just
they
there.
just want to get to know you, but they don't see it that way. I don't know why, but people are weird.
So you have a big community.
A
You
relatively big one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big it's well, it's certainly bigger than mine, so I'm still gonna call it a big community.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think that, like, what would you say is the best thing about your community?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Fucking idiots. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, all the support they've given me over the last year has just been intense because I've been stressed out due to the pandemic, due to losing my job, and transitioning from part-time to full-time streaming was a very big stress for me, but they've all been there. They've all been supportive. They all said you can do this. Heck, even during my 24-hour stream, like some of them were there the whole 24 hours. So I can say they're very supportive. They're bullies, but they're also very supportive. Not naming anyone, Marcus. But yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know I am, but it's the intent is it's like I said, I've always considered you like a sister,
Yes.
so like the intent is to completely annoy you, but
Yes.
um,
I mean, sure.
so you actually, I remember when I first followed you when
Mhm.
we were in that community, which
Yes.
is just gone completely.
Yes.
Um, I remember you were actually streaming on the Xbox at one point.
Yes.
So
Correct.
now you have a completely built PC thanks to
Mhm.
Seth, or
Yep.
I'm just gonna say Sephiroth,
Mhm.
1718.
Mhm.
Now, what if there? Now this is just gonna be a complete weird question. Is there anything that you miss completely streaming off like the PlayStation or the Xbox?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say The Sims 4 because I used to stream The Sims 4 for hours on end on the Xbox, and not not think about it. But on the PlayStation, on the PC, I'm thinking, do I need mods? Do I need this? Do I need that? It's just more stressful to stream it on the PC than it is on a PS4. I think I keep saying PS4. I need to
No.
Xbox
Well, I mean,
to
I
you
did
know
say
what I mean.
PS4. I
Yeah,
did say
the
PS4 as well.
Xbox to the PC. But yeah, I found it more lax to stream it from Xbox because I didn't have to worry about any of that. I can just chill and play. But on PC, it's very much different. I would like to stream The Sims one day, but not right now.
So you're here right now with
Yes.
all like on the verge. Well, not on the verge. I mean, you just hit 1700, 1800. So
Hmm.
what is the plans going forward in the future? Like, is there any games that you have a complete side on that you have to stream? Like, not for like the your community's sake, but you just want to play because it's just like I wanted to play this for a while.
Yeah, I would like to play the new Life is Strange that is coming out on stream. But I also fear that people might want to watch because they don't want spoilers. So I've got to think about that. Um, I also would like to stream more community based games in the future, aka Golf with Your Friends, Wreckfest, uh, Jackbox, and stuff like that. Um, Anything that involves the community, I want to do. I want to have like community days where I can just play with viewers, we can play whatever. But every time I've tried to do that, it's kind of flopped. So I might just wait until I get a little bigger to do those community days. I also want to do some movie nights as well. I want to do some days where we just all hang in Discord and chill out and, have some fun. I just want to build my community up, not just via Twitch, but via Discord, via Twitter, any form of social media. I just want to grow with everyone, not just myself. I want to grow with everyone.
So you've been doing this for technically 2 years at this point.
Yeah, it's coming up to 2 years, yeah.
So, like I said, you met people. Are there any
Hmm.
specific people that you would like to name? Now, I'm not. No, this isn't about me, so please don't say my
Okay.
name. Like, there is like
Okay.
no intent for you to say my name, like an influence. But
Okay.
are there people who influenced you or motivated you in this time? Because I would imagine that you would need that sort of motivation when we are in like a very stressful time.
Hmm.
So,
Well, from the beginning, it was my real life friend, Costa. Who you probably will see come in chat from time to time. He was the one who actually pushed me to stream. I need to thank him more about this because I don't think he really knows that he did. Um, there's him. There have been a few people from, Shithead's stream who I still talk to, Fred, Han. Those people have just kept me going. Obviously there's Les now. I've known Les for about 7 months. He's been really supportive of me. His community have also been really supportive. And yes, Marcus, you have to. I'm not just naming you because it's not about you, but you have as well. You've been there pretty much every day since I've gone full time, so I have to thank you as well. There's a lot of people. I would name them all, but it would take me forever. Just my whole community, essentially.
no, you basically. Well, thank you for including me. Like I said, you didn't need to because it's just like I said, it's not about me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm
I
interviewing
know.
you.
Uh-huh,
Um,
uh-huh.
so you have all these people motivating you. What would you? I have to think about a way of saying this.
Okay.
Like I know we know the situation that has gone on
Yes.
last year.
Hmm.
Now, I'm not gonna name that situation because, quite frankly, that's not what this is about. But would you
Yeah.
say that situation helped motivate you to completely just want to overcome that, just to
Yeah.
give like a middle finger to their face?
Yeah. It did, for sure. Like, uh, well, as much as I loved the community, the person behind it was not friendly. Let's just put it that way. And I'm pretty much giving him a fuck you by growing myself. You know, I can do things myself. I don't need him. So, yeah, me growing is just a fuck you finger to him. That's it.
Yeah, and I think that's very admirable, just to completely
Mhm.
want to overcome that. Like,
Yeah.
because there's you, me, and there's other people who know the situation. So
Yeah.
I'm not naming it because it's not my place to name
Mhm.
it,
Mhm. Mhm.
but it's there, and it's kind of genuinely curious, like, is to see if it kind of helped push you.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so now I'm gonna actually talk about your personal life.
Okay.
Has your family ever seen your streams?
I know my sister has. She hasn't said anything, but she has because when she was here last, she said something about my streams.
Do
So
you
yeah, I know she watches. I don't know about anyone else.
now, if they do watch, would you
Mhm.
consider? Would you want your family to be more interactive with your streams or less interactive? Because I can imagine that
I
it
would,
goes both ways.
yeah, I would like them to be, but at the same time, they're just gonna be questioning me about everything, and I just can't sit there and answer everything in regards to streaming. Like, just message me about it. Like, don't do it in chat 'cause I'm probably not gonna see it. Especially if I'm playing marbles, I'm not gonna see it. And if I don't see it, they're probably gonna whine and say that I'm ignoring them.
So
So, yeah.
so you currently live in Slough. Were you born and raised there, or did
Yep.
you born and raised?
I was born and raised here. Yep.
So obviously you're well adjusted to the area. So
Hmm.
are there any attempts to continue to remain there, or do you feel like it's time to move to a different scenery?
I would like to move. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna stay here for the rest of my life. I probably would move elsewhere, like up north, probably because it's cheaper. I'm not gonna lie, it's cheaper. Maybe one day move out of the country itself.
So
Who knows?
school, were you a straight A student? Did you kind of slack a little, or were you just
I
completely
was
over it?
pretty. No, I was pretty average. Like, I didn't fail everything. There were a couple things I failed, but maths, English, science was pretty average with those.
And you
So
me-
it was like a C grade student.
and you mentioned you like to read, so I would imagine
Mhm.
that if when it came to literature, you were completely just on it.
Yeah. Mhm. And yeah, we did do some writing pieces as well. I still have my writing pieces, so I do like to write as well in my spare time. I haven't done it for a while because writer's block, which sucks. But yeah, I
So
want to get back into writing one day too.
so we come from the same kind of age gap. We're basically the same age. So
Mhm.
I mean, obviously we're not in the same country, so we might
Yeah.
have come up on different grounds in certain things. But I
Mhm.
would like to imagine we probably came from the same ground on certain games. So,
Yeah.
what were some childhood games that completely still resonate with you to this day?
Oh, absolutely Sonic. I freaking love Sonic. Pokemon, Spyro, Crash, Rayman. There's so many games that I could name that I just absolutely love.
About mute. Well, I mean, we actually were completely comparing notes with music yesterday. Like we were listening to Beyond, like old school Beyonce, Destiny's
Yeah, yeah,
Child. So,
yeah. Mhm.
what about music? What would you say were some musical, like, not influences, but like favorite music acts?
As a child, um, I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. Girls Aloud were my favorite girl band forever. My uncle actually promised me to see them in concert, and he never did, and I was super upset about it. Like, I cried. He promised that he would take me to a concert, and he didn't. Jonas Brothers, also putting that out there. I've seen them in concert. I love them. I still love them to this day.
Yeah, I could
So,
imagine, like, you actually, when they came out again, I remember you were just like, oh my god, yes.
yes.
Um, so Now here you are 26 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you have any other type of career goals initially before you settled onto this?
Um, yes, I actually wanted to own my own bookshop one day because, well, before the pandemic, I was working in a bookstore, so I wanted to own one day. And looking into it, chances are of bookstores actually being successful is very slim these days. So I was just kind of like, well, probably not gonna do it. I need to find something else to motivate me. And then the pandemic happened, and then I started streaming more. And then I guess I just looked towards of that being like, well, streaming's not too bad. I'm earning money from it. I can make it a goal. And yeah, since then I've just made this my goal. I'm just working hard at it now,
So,
and it's working.
so I know some people don't want to stream forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's currently like, really fun thing to do. It gets your mind off the stress that's going on. I mean, it brings its
Mm-hmm.
own stress. It's not easy. Stress,
Yeah.
streaming is never easy.
It's very
But
stressful.
let's just say in the future, probably a few years from now, you don't want to stream no more and you completely retire from it. What do you want to do in the future after that?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't actually thought that far yet. If I would decide not to stream, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I honestly don't know where I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna be super honest. I don't.
Maybe work
I
as a
don't really know.
librarian,
Possibly.
write your own
It could
book.
be a possibility. Um, yeah. I just need to motivate myself to actually write. Because I've been wanting to write my own book for a good 4 or 5 years now, and I've still not done it. So I just need to kind of motivate myself to do it.
Now, you obviously haven't really traveled much out of the UK, I would assume.
Yeah, I've only ever traveled to one country, and that's Portugal.
So you traveled once
That's
to
it.
Portugal.
Yes.
Are there any other goal places that you would love to visit at some point in the
I would
future?
love to visit the States. I'd love to visit Japan. I'd also love to visit most places in Europe, like Belgium, Italy. I just want to go all over Europe, essentially, just to travel. But yeah, Japan and the States are my long-term goals.
And I would assume the States is because a lot of your community is from the States that you like to
Yeah, I
visit.
also have family in the States too, so it works out.
So actually, going back on your family, you have a Caribbean descent,
Mhm.
and you were born in the UK. You
Yeah.
have family in the US. Are there any
Yes.
other family that you know of is around the world?
I know I have a couple cousins in the Caribbean. I have a couple in Jamaica. I also have a couple in Antigua, and Anguilla, and Barbuda. Um, I believe that's it as far as I know. I had an aunt, a great aunt in Canada, but she passed away recently. Uh, that's all I know. Yeah, that's all I know right now. Unless I have more family out there that I don't know of, then yeah, that's it.
So you live with five other people in a or four or five other people, if I'm
Yeah, 500 people,
five other
correct.
people.
Yeah.
Do you completely find it annoying to live with more? At least it's difficult living with one person, but five other
Yeah.
people. I would imagine that it would completely
It
just want to
can
drive
be
you crazy.
extremely difficult because I'm a very reserved person. So if I do see other people like while I'm around, I just kind of like reserve in my own bubble and do my own thing. I stay in my room a lot more until I know everyone's like in bed. Then that's when I go downstairs. I'm kind of anxious because I don't really know them. So if it was people I knew, then yeah, I'd be very open. But I don't really. I've been living here for 2 years now, and I don't really know them. I don't feel like I know them. So I
You
just
would you want to get to know them, or is it just you guys live here? I'm doing my own thing. Just don't bother me. I won't bother you.
I mean, pretty much everyone seems to be doing their own thing. So, you know, we'll just do our own thing.
So I actually did mention that. Um,
Mm.
excuse me. Like you ooh, my voice just cracked there. My apologies. Oh, Seth, sorry, I don't have alerts on for when I'm doing podcasts or like talking, like interviews. Sorry, dude. Yeah,
Oh, hi,
Seth.
Kev.
Seth tried to do an alert on me, and I don't have alerts on. I should like put in a disclaimer where like when I'm doing this, I don't have alerts on.
Yeah.
So that's my own fault. So I apologize, Steph. Um,
Yeah.
so excuse me. Now, 2021. Did you have any
hmm
goals that you wanted to complete at least this year? I mean, we are already into May. We're almost halfway through the year.
Well, before the pandemic hit, I had planned to go to Japan this year with Josh to get married. Yeah. That was the main goal. Now, I guess just grow as much as I can on Twitch
So I mean,
and make a career.
you know, hopefully the pandemic dies down
Yeah.
throughout this year because people are getting vaccinations. Uh,
hmm
you know, people are still social distancing,
Yeah.
so hopefully that's bringing the numbers down. So
Yeah.
you mentioned a trip to Japan. Would you at
hmm
least want to push that to next year, or is just not going to be on hiatus until you know
I
when it's
don't
safe?
really know. I guess I could push it back a year or two. Like, I don't know where I'll be financially in a year or two. Because, well, as much as I love streaming, I'm not making enough to survive. I'm currently on benefits as well. That's helping me. Look, also looking for part-time jobs just to, help me get some money. And yeah, depending on where I am in a year from now, then yeah, it could be back on the cards next year.
So I'm going to change topics actually back to streaming.
Mhm.
Now, I know the only things you get from Twitch are, you know, donations that you get from people and bits and
Yeah.
subs. Now,
Mhm.
there's also one thing that you get. Now, it
Mhm.
doesn't obviously help towards, you know, putting it towards putting food in your mouth or
Yeah.
paying the rent. But
Mhm.
you have an amount of people who will gift you games on
Yeah.
from on
Yes.
Steam,
Correct.
and you have been gifted certain games. If
Yes.
you would like to announce them,
Honey Pop and Nekabara.
you
No
also
shame.
Danganronpa. Like,
Danganronpa as well, yeah.
do you feel ever like guilty that it's like, oh my god, I like these people are like
Yes.
giving me games?
All the time. I even said it when Les gifted me Danganronpa, the first one. I'm like, Les, what the hell are you doing? And Isaiah did it. I was like, what are you doing? He was just like, yeah, they're on sale. It's fine. When Swampy gave me What the Dub and Danganronpa 3 and then that stupid worst game ever. Fuck you, Swampy, for that, if you're here. Um, I was like, oh my god, I don't know how to accept these. I feel really bad. But it's not just games in general that I feel bad about. It's when people like send me food or just give me money in general, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Save your money, stop!"
Like,
I'm really bad with it.
but you got to admit that it's just what an amazing community to completely be surrounded by people who will
Oh yeah, yeah,
like gift me things. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Seth built your computer for you.
yes,
So
correct.
you got to imagine that, oh my god, there are people out there doing this. So
Yeah, and I'm so grateful to him for it.
so do you,
Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now.
so do you ever think about like maybe doing sweepstakes like giveaways for merch like
Yeah.
or maybe like
So
an
I
Applebee's
actually
card?
do have a merch giveaway happening for when I hit 2,000 followers. We're very close, clearly. Like we're 300 followers off, so to probably get that before the end of the year. So yeah, I'm doing some merch giveaway. I'm gonna give away some mugs, some t-shirts, some stickers, whatever I can. And but yeah, in the future I would like to do more like game giveaways. So if a new game has just been released, I can give away like 3 copies. So when I get more bigger and I get more money, then yeah, I can do that. But right now I can't. There's no way.
So here we are. Now I want
Yes.
to go back to your childhood.
Uh-huh.
What are some fond memories that you completely have of just being a kid and just like the joys of life back then?
Honestly, just getting home from school, turning on the PlayStation, and just sitting and playing Rayman for hours on end. Like Rayman was one of my favorite PlayStation games of all time. I would play that. I played the first one. I played the second one. I played Rayman multiplayer on the PS2. Like everything Rayman, I just loved playing. Still would like to play Rayman, but I don't own any Rayman on PC right now. So
So
that I'm playing Tekken and any fighting game usually.
now, childhood crushes. Now
Oh god.
this could be a celebrity. This could be anyone. You know,
Well,
anyone that comes to your mind.
childhood crushes. I had a major crush on Kimberly the Pink Ranger from the Power Rangers movie. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I did. I also crushed on Billy. um, yeah, those two were like my ultimate crushes. I think that's when I realized I was bisexual. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. um, Also growing up and I was watching Doctor Who, I had a massive crush on David Tennant and Matt Smith, big old hunks. Weirdly crushed on John Barrowman too, even though I knew he was gay. Kind of made me sad when I found out he was gay. Not gonna lie. But
So,
yeah, I don't really have any other weird ones.
well, I mean, not weird, just in general.
Yeah.
Um, so obviously I know you've been on dates. What is the worst that you can recollect?
Ooh. The worst thing I can recollect. Let me think about this. Oh, I know which one. Um, a guy took me to KFC. I think we were still teens. I just finished college. Like we went to the same college, and he asked me out on a date, and I said yes to the date. So yeah, after college, we went to KFC, which was literally like down the road from my college. We sat there, and we ate food, just normally. And when it came to the end of the date, he asked me if we wanted to go get a milkshake. So I was like, yeah, sure. Because opposite there was like a milkshake store, like opposite KFC. So he went in there, he saw his ex girlfriend and sat with her and left me to pay the milkshakes.
Oof. So he completely
So
just dumped you
he
back.
completely ditched me, didn't even pay for the milkshakes. I had to pay for them. I gave him his milkshake and I left.
Also, hi, Dylan. Dylan's here.
Hi,
Thank you for the
Dylan.
follow, by the way.
Yeah, so that was my worst date I could think of.
What was the
I was like,
most?
"Here's your milkshake," and just left. And then he messaged me afterwards, and he was like, "Where did you go?" I'm like, "I'm not gonna sit there with you and your ex-girlfriend. That's weird.
Now,
What do you want me to do?"
now that was your worst. What
Yes.
was your most awkward? Just in the terms of, oh my god, this is just all so weird. It.
There was one. It was very awkward because I didn't really know the guy very well. My old manager actually set us up. So I was working. This was my first ever job. I was working. My manager was with me. We were talking. His friend came over, and they started chatting. And then my manager introduced me to his friend. So I was like, "Hi, hello," being polite. And my manager knew that I was single, and he was like, "Oh, you two should get to know each other." And then he kind of left the store and left us to talk, and it was pretty freaking awkward. So, me being nice, I said, yeah, I'll hang out with you. And then we hung out, and all we talked about was my manager, like nonstop.
Now that would
It was weird.
incredibly be just very awkward. Just
It was, and then he tried to lean in for a kiss. I'm like, no, I'm good. I was
now,
like, thank you, but no.
I would now that's a problem that you should never take. Just no dates, especially from work, unless you could
Yeah.
deal with it. But you know, still a
I
no
mean,
no.
it did lead into something eventually, but turned out he was a psycho. We won't go into that. But yeah.
So, what are some do's and don'ts on dates, at least for you?
Do's for me, just, have a, polite manners, introduce yourself. I haven't been on a date in so long, so just, like get to know one another, let the conversation flow. Don't try and push for anything. If the date ends well and, you want to go for it, you feel like the woman showing signs of you wanting to kiss her, then yeah, go for it. If she's not interested, then just leave her to it. Like, don't force anything. That's probably like my main advice.
Now, I have to think about a way of saying this.
Okay.
Because I want to actually go back to your Twitch for a second.
Okay.
Now, we talked about the most stressful. What
Yes.
was the best experience? Hands down, of you streaming.
Well, my best experience, it's gonna be the same as my most stressful, because although the tournament was stressful, it helped me to grow very much so. The tournament was insane. I had a lot going on. Yeah, it was stressful, but at the same time, people were understanding because it was my first ever official marbles tournament. So that, Rossi was there with me, helping me as well. And as well, one of the community managers, Spoo, they were all there, like, just helping me out. Um, I had a goal to hit 1,000 followers that day. I was on 800, so you could see what happened. Like, pretty much almost everyone who was there followed me that day, and it just made me realize, like, wow, people are that helpful. It's insane. Like, people really want to help you that bad on Twitch. It's really supportive. I love it.
Now, what was the worst stream experience that you've had?
Um, this was in before it's gonna be some racism. Um, I had done my first ever Just Challenge stream. Adiri was there. I believe Shady was there as well. I had a couple trolls come in and start saying racist stuff to me, and it really blew me. I was just like, this was probably like my fourth or fifth stream ever, so I was not expecting that. And to have that happen, I was like, okay, well, we'll just ban you. And then I didn't stream for like a month after that because I was so like devastated
Now, do
that
you
people could do that shit.
now do you feel targeted in a way due to not only you being a woman, especially in a streaming platform, but also you are technically, in the eyes of people, a minority based on the color of your skin?
Yeah, yeah. I definitely feel targeted that way. As you saw the experience last week, kind of showed that. I've had talks with other streamers who were of color. They've said the same thing. They feel very targeted. Heatley was one of them. I went into a stream the other day and we had a little conversation about it. And he's had that experience. Bulldog as well. Bulldog has also experienced that. So yeah, I feel like we, as minorities, will always have that target because they will see that, and that's the first thing they will point out. It doesn't matter about anything else. That would be the first thing they point out, and it's disgusting.
Now,
Like, we're here to, make a career. We're not here for anything else.
now, like I said, you are, like you are somewhat of a target. Is there
Yes.
any methods you could think of to completely overcome that? You know what? I am what I am. There's nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, I mean, the advice that Heatley gave me is just to push on. Don't let it knock you down. If it does, then they've won. So if you just continue doing what you gotta do, say fuck the haters. Just keep streaming, keep being you, focus on the people who are there to support you, love them, and just push the haters out, then yeah, then you could say you've won because you're ignoring them, that they don't exist to you. Just push them away, bring in people who love you, and yeah, you've won.
So now here you are, just completely. Is this everything that you wanted? Is there things that I have to probably work on to
Mhm.
completely feel like I am at the point of my life that I want to be right
Well,
now?
I'm currently getting to a point where I'm happy with life. Like, I'm happy with my streaming career right now. It's growing steadily. That's all that matters to me. As long as I'm growing in some sort, then I'm doing something right. If I wasn't growing at all, if I wasn't getting any viewers, then I'd feel like I'm doing something wrong. I just have to keep working on it. I'm trying to push my socials out there more. I'm trying to work on my YouTube, my Twitter. I'm gonna make another Instagram account just for my streamer account. TikTok as well. I want to work on TikTok. I'm doing my best, but I don't really know TikTok very well. Like I don't know how to sell myself on that platform. I love TikTok. Like I watch TikToks. I just don't know how to make them. So the next step is just to work on social media. Just get myself out there on social media. Because Twitch is only one part of social media. There are other forms of social media that you can get yourself out there on that can help you in the long run.
So, 2 years into streaming, what is the ultimate stream dream? Like, is there a person that you completely love to collab with? Is there like just a sponsorship you would love to have? Like, what is the ultimate stream dream?
I've collabed with a few people I've already wanted to. Um, Maybe thinking bigger. There are people I would like to collab with. It's probably never, ever, ever gonna happen. But there's one streamer I watch called Only Joey D. He's been partner for uh about 3 to 4 months now. I would love to collab with him one day. Um, he has a really, really welcoming community. I absolutely love his streams. He is one person I would love to collab with, but I feel like he doesn't have the time because he's always collabing with other streamers. So it's probably never gonna happen. But that is one of my ultimate goals because I absolutely love him.
So we're
Like
actually.
I would do anything for this guy.
So I have one more question for you
Yes.
because, we're going to have to wrap it up very shortly.
Yeah, yeah, no worries.
Now, what is the ultimate goal?
See, this is where I want to say I would love to be partner, but that is not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is just to have a very loving community, not just of me, but of each other. Like I want to come into Discord and see you guys like challenge to each other, getting to know each other. I just want to see my community befriend one another, and then we can all work together in order to reach partner. Because it's not just me that has to work to reach partner. I need you guys along with me. I need the community behind me. So I want us to all work together and work our way forward to partner. That's the ultimate goal in my eyes.
All right, now, Panda,
Yep.
thank you so much for chatting with me today. It
You're
actually,
welcome.
I actually learned so much about you that I actually didn't know about. So it's great to know that. Now, go and talk into that mic and just promote the living shit out of yourself. Go ahead.
Well, guys, I'm sure all of you know me, but I am PandaMeiNium. I am live from Tuesdays to Saturdays at 3 p.m. British Standard Time. I play a lot of different games. I play Marvels, I play Phasmo, I play Fall Guys, I play anything that I'm pretty much in the mood for. My community is also very welcoming and they know my obsession with chicken nuggets. You can also buy me chicken nuggets, just an FYI. Buy me some chicken nuggets because I'm hungry right now. No I'm kidding. Okay. But yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/PandaMeiNium. I also have Twitter. I also have Instagram. I also have TikTok. They are all PandaMeiNium. Um, I do have Snapchat, but I don't really use it, so I'm not going to give you guys for Snapchat because you're probably never going to hear from me. But yeah, I would love to have you guys there. It would be nice to see you in the community. Our community will welcome you with open arms. And I'm pretty sure you'll have a fun time there because most of them bully me. So you can come and bully me as well. How about that?
Well, I mean, technically, I already do that, so
Yes.
no, there's like no permission granted for me. I
People
already
can
did.
join in on the fun.
All right, Panda. Thank you so much for talking with me. It's been a pleasure.
You're very welcome.
And thank you guys so much for watching. Next week, I will have Les Vestige, who I call Dylan all the time, thanks to Panda literally spurting out his name.
Sorry.
She will also spurt out his social security at some point, so I will have to work with that as well.
My bad.
All right,
Alright,
but
I'm gonna drop out a call because I need food. Like,
all
I
right.
just got home like 20 minutes ago, so.
Well, it's actually
Well,
40.
actually 40 minutes ago, yeah.
It's
I
way
need
longer
certain
than
time.
that.
But yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me, and I'll talk to you in a bit.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Alright, bye.
And Thank you guys so much for watching. It's actually been really fun interviewing. I really am actually kind of shocked how just it wasn't stressful at all. It was just like, oh my god. You know what? Let's just ask. But thank you guys so much. Next week, like I said, it will be the interview of Les Vestige, who I will be getting in depth with. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the PandaMeiNium interview. I hope you enjoyed the panda gift that I put on the damn fucking OBS. But for now, I must go. My people need me. And when I mean my people, I mean me. Because I am my own people. So, thank you. Much love. Get your fucking vaccine shots for COVID. Don't be stupid. Social distance. And wear a fucking mask, please. Thank you. Good day.